안녕하세요, 수익 쿠키입니다. 오늘도 역시 NBA 2K17 마이 커리어 모드 가벼운 마음으로 시작해 볼까 합니다. 1년 차고요. 1년 차를 지금 1년 차 거의 끝나가는 시점에서 다시 키우기 시작했는데 지금 12월 이제 다 끝나가네요. 아직도 한 4개월 정도 남았어요. 1년 차가. 포인트 가드 슬래셔고요. 키우고 얼마 전에 불스로 이적을 했어요. 불스로 이적을 해서 여기 첫 시합을 한번 뛰었었는데 첫 시합에서 바로 패배를 했죠. 불스 강팀인데 바로 인디아나한테 패배를 했네요. 뭐 아무튼 오늘도 열심히 키워보도록 하겠습니다. 훈련은 일단 기초 훈련은 이제 거의 다 했고요. 프리드로우 하고 그 드리블 훈련하고 이제 두인 게이지 채우는 일만 남았는데 이거는 뭐 시험시험 조금씩 팀 훈련 참가하고 한 번씩 뭐 자유훈련하고 하면은 될 것 같아요.
Hello everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure.
이적한 지 얼마 안
And I mean
됐으니까
that to be here with Kenny and Shaq.
이제 이적하고
Tonight
두
it'll be
번째
the Brooklyn
경기인데
Nets going up against the Bulls out in Chicago. Last game for Chicago, they ended up with a loss to Indianapolis. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight.
할 생각이에요, 한동안은.
And Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure.
얘들이랑 좀 친해져야 될 것 같아요. 그래도 불스가 사실 실패인데 실패도 나 때문에 불스가
Thank you, Kevin. Guys, Chicago.
이적할 신청할 때 30몇 프로가밖에 안 됐었거든요. 관심도가. 근데 이적 신청을 하니까 이적이 되더라고요.
Yeah, you'll see because the game will get a little chippy, a little physical, and both of these teams understand they both can't get to the conference finals.
Oh, talking out there too, huh?
Yeah,
were you a talker?
Big talker.
Were you?
Yes, I loved it.
Plus, you're in broadcasting. I see the connection. I've been waiting. I finally have figured it out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Nets. Brook Lopez is out there with Booker. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. Jordan against Land. They get it back. Pass to Kilpatrick. They shoot again, and it's sent back by Lopez. Chalk up 2 there. Lopez has got the first basket of the game for the Nets.
And the lid comes off the basket. After 4 straight misses, they finally get one.
There's the screen. Jordan kicks to Lopez. To the paint. Here's Wade. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
The dish to Bogdanovich. Booker against Gibson. And a wide-open look for Lin. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down low, here's Butler. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
They just talked that one up to a little miscommunication. I'm sure they'll get on the same page.
Lin, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And Lin is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Jordan dishes to Butler. Pass to Wade. He's off on that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
They were just locked really in a zone from a team defense standpoint, and nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help, and the communication was tremendous.
When you're playing that type of defense, talking is key, and they did a superb job of doing that.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Yeah, great job getting to the bucket and not letting the defense bother him one bit.
Lopez, a screen on Jordan. There's Lynn with the three. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Look, he's doing everything he can to get out of this funk. Just been a rough quarter shooting the basketball.
And stolen by Booker. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display. His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Wade kicks to Lopez. He feeds it to Butler. Puts the fade away right on the money. Butler's got his second basket.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
He's already given them all sorts of problems. He hasn't needed any time to settle into this one.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
버틀러랑 웨이드가 있으니까
showed why he's a max guy. I mean, not only did he maintain terrific all-around play, but he improved in some categories. And I love what he looked like on the defensive board, reminiscent of the aggressiveness he showed when he first burst on the scene back in 08.
Here's Jordan, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Can't allow yourself to bite if you are the D. Fred's just selling the pump fake so easily.
First trip to the line for him here.
Man, when you look at the Nets over the past couple years, it's really astounding. I mean, they've been near the bottom of almost every major statistical category as a team. I mean, that means that they really have nothing to count on to stabilize themselves when they aren't going well in a game. And when you don't have an identity as a team, boy, it is hard to find consistency.
And on the topic of the Nets, it's hard to identify their calling card as a team because the roster break still seems to be in a state of flux.
And not many draft picks or trade assets. It really may come down to love the ones you're with, at least for a little while longer. I mean, they have some scorers, they have some playmakers. If they can just find a way to block out the noise and play their game, they can be an entertaining club.
Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
You know, throughout his career, Taj Gibson has proven to be a valuable role player. Pretty good on both ends of the floor. Can do a little bit of everything.
The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Left side, Jordan. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. As we get near the midway point of the season, Steve, teams know what their makeup is. I think they would know themselves from top to bottom exactly what they have.
They know their identity. They know how they win games. They know at the end of games who's ready to play. And coaching staff start to say, hey, these guys are great starters. But it's more important to know who are your finishers on the team.
Kilpatrick passes to LeVert. And there's the pass to Kilpatrick. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
The Bulls last year with a surprisingly disappointing season. They missed the playoffs for the first time since 2008, ended up 9th in the East, one spot out of the playoffs.
Butler on the way. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And he really controlled the pace of the game by getting to the line. The D could not slow him down, and he took advantage of it.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to LeVert. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
6 to shoot. Unloads from 9. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's the kind of energy Gibson gives you, destroying opponents on the glass. Tough to box this guy out.
Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Jordan. Lopez passes to Kilpatrick, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And good passing, setting up a...
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk.
수비는 여전히 어려워.
These guys are relying on one man to beat us. He's losing us off the ball and creating all of their opportunities.
Shadow of his Aaronish, Michael Jordan.
Tough act to follow when you talk about the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls. Every great player that Bulls have, they get compared to Michael Jordan. That's just not fair.
Jordan dishes to Gibson. Back to Jordan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
And how about the skill from Perez down on the block, working hard inside and getting the contact in the process.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And you know, there was so much excitement surrounding the Nets when they finished the new arena in Brooklyn in 2012. They traded for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett to try to fast-track their success. But that win-now strategy really failed.
Yeah, and that's what can happen when you mortgage your future. Short-term goals can lead to that long-term misery. And they still have some pieces they can build around. We'll see what additional talent they can attract going forward.
Here's LeVert, and it's Brooklyn scoring again. Bulls trail by 7. Outside Jordan. Pass to Portis. Right side, Butler. And stolen by Booker. Passes it to Kilpatrick. Drilled from 11 feet out. And it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
Jordan with it. He has 6. There's a screen. And Gibson kicks to Butler. Baseline jumper. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Gibson is a physical presence for this team, finding ways to draw fouls while going up with his shot. Taj Gibson's one of those players that's just always in the right place at the right time, never plays outside himself on either end. He just gives you effort every time out.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic comes in for Butler. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And it's LeVert missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Outside Rondo. Back to Mirotic. And again, Chicago, no good. And with Gibson, you like that he can play as a starter or come off the bench. He's effective in both. He's comfortable in either role as he's done both, Steve, for extended periods of time.
Because his mindset, whether starting or coming off the bench, is to play with energy, effort, and to defend. So any role, starter or off the bench, he thrives.
Here's Mirotic. Tips it up. Gibson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. The Bulls making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. The Nets shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. While there are a lot of great players in the NBA that come off the bench, act as the 6th man for their team. Who would be your pick right now, Steve, for the best 6th man in the NBA?
I think this award has his name all over it. Jamal Crawford. And then a guy,
He's 37 years old or 38 years old.
Every year he's either 1, 2, or 3 in my vote. I mean, it's amazing he's been doing it year after year.
So many different teams, so many different cultures, but he seems to adapt every place he goes.
He still looks like he's like 22 years old.
Isn't that amazing? And loves the game.
Yep.
He has great zest for the game. And they'll keep possession. Nice shot by Portis. Nets leading by 7. Here's Kilpatrick. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Now the pass to LeVert. And again, it's the Nets missing. Chicago's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Outside Jordan. Pass to Portis. And it's Rondo in the corner. Rondo with another miss. Brooklyn's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Scola, a screen on Jordan. Screen by Scola. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
McDermott kicks to Portis. Outside Rondo. He dishes it to McDermott. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Jordan. Mirotic has a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Look how assured Mirotic is, pulling the trigger immediately.
Pass to LeVert. Here's Kilpatrick. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That pass was a work of art right there.
Out left to the wing. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Rondo kicks to McDermott. Mirotic up top, and Jordan has it in the corner. And it's Rondo in the corner. To the middle. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Well, there was a concern that in the post-Thibodeau era, the Bulls defense would see a sharp decline. But they still play rugged, tough defense.
Well, if you have great individual defenders, you're still going to be a good defensive team. Yes, we talked about Tibbs and the Bulls era. It was all about defense. This team is able to do both.
Scola kicks to Hamilton. Doesn't go that time.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
McDermott passes to Mirotic. Outside Jordan. Pass to Portis. Here's Rondo. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
There's the pick. Here's LeVert. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a...
I wasn't sure, if my...
Well, in a game filled with some... So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
따라잡아 주는구나.
Chicago trailing here. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. We've got LeVert. Brook Lopez is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. Outside Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Portis. Lopez covering. Wayne. And the Bulls with another miss.
The defense knows he loves that in-between area and closed out fast.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Pacers came through when they needed him. He had 11 points and scored a lot of points coming from the line, which is usually the case. Another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him. Kevin, we'll see if he can keep it going tonight.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard charging.
내가 들어오니까 애들이
Wake up
못해.
out there. Come on. Game just like this.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Brooklyn.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Here's Kilpatrick. 12 points for him. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now Jordan, they set the screen. Here's Butler. Brooklyn with the rebound. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Kicks it to Booker. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Booker's got his second bucket tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Portis kicks to Jordan. And he lays it straight in. Jordan's got 12.
Simply astounding work inside. Perez getting the ball in his sweet spot and just doing his thing down there.
And the pass to Kilpatrick. Dishes to Lopez. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. To the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A nice shot by LeVert.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here is Jordan. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
He did a great job distributing the ball to his guys, too. He got everyone involved.
That one goes. Count it. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
There's the pick. Portis kicks to Wade. Back to Portis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Bobby Portis, the Arkansas product. I just love his game. What he does best, he's very physical, but he has the ability to step out with a finesse game to knock down some jump shots.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. And Portis has shown flashes of just how good he can be in a short time in the NBA, has the potential to be Steve, like a do-it-all power forward, and how he can shoot, move, and he creates for others.
When you watch him, his body size, you say power forward. He'll be down in the paint. He loves to do that. But he has the ability, like you said, off the dribble and to create for himself, and he can knock down the jump shot.
And despite advances in defensive strategy last season, teams got even more efficient, Steve, offensively. You were a very efficient scorer.
You know what I like is when you play with a great team, Kevin, you take better shots, better quality shots, and you feel good. And, you know, a lot of times they have this saying now, good to great. What that means is I have a good contested shot, but I'm going to kick it to you, Kevin, because you have a wide open shot. That's what I love about the way the game is played right now.
That's where the Spurs play. There's a good shot, and there's a better shot.
Spurs, Warriors, a lot of teams are starting to play that way.
That extra pass.
Yes.
Wade kicks to Portis, feeds to Jordan. Excellent D there for Scola.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Inside, it's deflected. Bogdanovich passes to LeVert. Here's Scola. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And now to our rookie leader for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. Number 5 is Prez.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Free throw good, Jordan.
Got to commend Prez, a fast learner who continues to improve with each passing game.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's got 14. Takes the 3. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 5 points in the quarter.
And this team is ahead largely because of his accuracy from the floor tonight.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Portis. Wade kicks to Portis. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooklyn leading by 7. Outside Scola. Second shot opportunity, and Lopez with the nice bucket inside. Lopez has got 13.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Back to Jordan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And that's just what Prez does, getting real physical with the D on his shot.
He's been stellar at the stripe, going 10 for 11.
And how good has he been at the line?
So for the Nets, Justin Hamilton comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for Bogdanovich. They grab their own miss. Hamilton.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Nets have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Hamilton hits both of them.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
Now here's Jordan. 16 points for him. The feed to McDermott. Three-pointer. Butler gets the three-pointer to fall. Butler's got 7 points for the quarter.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
And so we wrap up the first half. Nets lead by 6.
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off. Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing...
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
And how about his scoring in that first half? He just looked like a different player today. Really on point.
I thought the difference was he was more aggressive.
Jordan, he's in at point guard. Taj Gibson is out there with Jimmy Butler. And there's Robin Lopez. And it's Wade in at the 2 guard. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Wade brings the double team. Booker with it. Now guarded by Gibson. Then from long range, Chicago grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
They weren't patient enough to try to find the most wide-open shot on every three-pointer. That's why they missed so many. The way he threw that pass with such ease on the run, that was a thing of beauty.
Lopez outside. To the middle. No good from Booker.
Okay, there's attack mode, and then there's, I best pull this back out mode.
Jordan dishes to Wade. He feeds it to Lopez. To the inside. From 13. Jordan, the pass to Gibson. The basket drops and gets fouled on the shot.
Good.
1 free throw coming his way.
That's the muscle Gibson has, just concentrating on his shot despite the D roughing him up.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. And it's tied up with that one. And last season, Taj Gibson dealing with his name being on the trading block for a good portion of the time. Steve seemed like it was finally his chance to break out and put up big numbers too.
Well, you see Taj Gibson's ability to play above the rim. Defensively, he is solid. You were waiting for his offensive game to catch up to everything. He's not there yet, but he's one of those guys that's a terrific contributor on the team, and you got to have it.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
We all remember Linsanity, don't we, Kevin, a few years ago? Jeremy Lin is indeed the NBA's first American player of Chinese or Taiwanese descent. He had to overcome his share of skeptics who thought he didn't look the part of an NBA player. In fact, the first day he reported to Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte, he had a hard time convincing the security guard to let him in. Kevin, I guess you could say he's broken the mold.
And broken new ground too, D.A. Thanks. Wade kicks to Lopez. Now, here's Wade. Guarded closely. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Lopez a screen. Pass to Kilpatrick. Launches it. The shot missing. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Dish now to Jordan. to Wade. Takes a three. Another miss by Wade.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
Easier
인간적으로.
to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
He dishes it to Butler. Lopez sets a screen for Butler. Back to Wade. Down low. From 10 feet out. Second shot opportunity. Yes! And the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
And the instincts of Lopez on the glass right there. Huge.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Valentine comes in for Butler. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Lynn against Jordan. A three ball. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. At the top of the key, Mirotic. Here's the three. And again, Chicago. No good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Lopez against Lopez. Lopez dishes to Lynn. Lopez a screen. Off the screen. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot. I know he's talented, but when you're completely surrounded inside, you have to try and kick it out to someone who's open.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's got 14. For three, Booker drills it from outside. Booker's got his third basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket.
이런.
Here's Kilpatrick. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game.
Add another triple to their second half total.
Three ball, three ball, three ball. That's what we're hearing in the second half.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Valentine. And Jordan has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Valentine. Will it go? Count that one, and the next lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Rajon Rondo.
Rondo from outside? How about that?
Outside, Lynn. There's the pass to Booker. Lopez with the block. Outside, Jordan. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, you know, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960.
Honestly, I don't know how they cut into that lead with him missing so many shots.
Dishes it to Lopez. And Bogdanovich kicks to Lopez. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging 21 points per game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Well, for every NBA player, there seems to be a moment, Smitty, when they realize that they had a special talent, that the game came easy to them. Did you have that kind of moment where you said, you know what, I'm pretty good at this game?
You know what helped me, Kevin? Drafted by the Miami Heat. And sometimes where you're drafted and the people around you. I played with Glenn Rice from the state of Michigan, played at Michigan. Then I also played with Willie Burton. He's from my neighborhood.
Sure is.
So getting a chance to have guys familiar, some similar backgrounds, Grant Long as well, it made life a little bit easier. I think when I knew I was special, when the first time I heard my name in the starting lineup.
I bet. And Miami is not too bad a city to begin your
No, not at all. Yeah, Michigan was pretty cold. I was down there in Miami.
나 때문에 그래?
nice shot by Hamilton.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
It's Jordan on the wing. To the inside, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And let's check out the stats for Rondo. How his last 10 games have gone. 4th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Bulls. And the Nets making a change here as well. LeVert's checked in. Tipped away.
아 이런.
He kicks it to Lynn. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
For Brooklyn, they have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12.
Start it.
It didn't take long.
Come on, let's go. We're letting one guy look like a world beater out there. His post-up game is the best option they have going.
Coach has to have the players buy into their system. And you know what? Winning helps and losing doesn't.
Rondo kicks to Jordan. It's Portis atop the key. Back to Jordan. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
I have to admire how steady Prez is on these shots, sensing the contact coming and still nailing it.
Free throw good, Jordan. Nets leading by 7. Outside, Lynn. Here's the screen. Screen by Storm. Pass to LeVert. Hamilton outside. Off target from outside. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Shot by Jordan, no good. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Back to Lynn. Four on the clock. Here's LeVert. They get it again. Nice shot by Hamilton. Hamilton's got 9.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
Second chance points can kill you. You must concentrate on the defensive glass.
The Nets with the lead. Lynn with it. He's got 7. Pass to LeVert. The Nets working the ball around now. But he gets it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Hamilton up top. Lynn from long range, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lynn's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
That even things out. He had a 3 early in the first half. Now gets 1 in the second.
Jordan the pass to Mirotic. Second chance shot. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. Prez, number 1.
Showing flashes of just explosive scoring ability. When called upon, he can put buckets up in a hurry.
And he sinks the second. Nets leading by 9.
전까지 했었는데.
Passes to LeVert. Hamilton outside. Hollis Jefferson passes to Hamilton. LeVert gets a hand on it. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Jordan dishes to Mirotic. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. He's got 5.
And Mirotic is no stranger to contact on his shots. Puts just the right amount of touch on it.
Back to Lynn. To the middle. Here's Hamilton. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Mirotic's shot is off.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
LeVert the pass to Scope from 11 feet away, and it falls over the rim and in. And now
쳤는데 너무 빨리 뛰었네.
Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing all the damage out there. How many times do I have to repeat myself? They will keep feeding him on the block.
So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Portis. Butler comes in for Mirotic, and it's Isaiah Cannon in for Rajon Rondo. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter, and Gibson kicks to Butler. Shoots from the baseline. LeVert grabs the miss.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off, just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. 46 seconds left to play in the third. Jordan against Len. Here's LeVert. He's got 11. And the basket by Scola.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now Jordan, he's got 22. To the inside. And there's the 3-second violation.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
No, he'll probably find himself on the bench watching the game like we are.
Here's LeVert. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
아직 영 안 친한가 봐. 빨리 좀 친해지자.
It's stolen. Cannon. And no good that time. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Nets leading by 13. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Jeremy Lin. LeVert out there with Scope. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2-guard spot.
왜 멍 때리고 있지? 리바운드 잡을 준비를 해야지. 박스아웃을 하든지.
The first one falls.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Down low, here's Butler. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. There's the pass to LeVert. And Hamilton now atop the key. Here's Kilpatrick. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lynn's shot is off.
Something seems off with him tonight. Maybe it's his rhythm or his timing. Fortunately, his teammates are playing well enough to keep them ahead. That's a solid pass right inside where his teammate wants it.
자, 보자.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And the foul on Dwayne Wade.
I approve that steal.
That is his first foul of the game.
Presidential pardon.
Bulls on D. It's a 10-point game. Good.
And Len plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
Wade dishes to Lopez. And Jordan has it in the corner. Back to Lopez. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He is really shouldering the load on the offensive end and doing an outstanding job. But he needs the rest of his team to step up.
They set the pick. Got a piece of it. Hamilton the pass to LeVert. Feeds it to Scola. Butler with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And here they go. Here's Jordan. Right side Gibson. Outside Jordan. Clock at 6. Lopez outside. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Butler. They get a hand on it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lynn. Rajon Rondo. Nets leading by 11.
못 좁혔네.
Outside, Lynn. Booker a screen on Jordan. Lopez outside. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And that's 19 points for Brook Lopez. The Bulls have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Wade kicks to Lopez. The feed to Jordan. Lopez sets a screen for Jordan. The dish to Mirotic. Goes up the baseline. The shot misses. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. They set the pick.
브루클린한테 진단 말이야.
He feeds it to Lopez.
씁쓸하네.
Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
That explains the gap on the scoreboard. Attacking offense against a defense that's far too relaxed.
Lopez kicks to Mirotic. And finished off by Mirotic.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
Booker with the screen for Lynn. He dishes it to Booker. And stolen by Butler. No good from Booker.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
Outside Jordan. Kicks it to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Nets. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler.
We're better than that.
That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Poked away. Booker the pass to Kilpatrick. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Lopez. Wade dishes to Jordan. Tries again, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He has been right on the money tonight. If it weren't for that, they'd be much further behind right now.
It's blocked.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Count it.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Butler kicks to Jordan. Lopez with the steal. And the call will be against Prez. That's foul number 2 for him.
내륙을 달라고 한 건데 그냥 패스를 줘. 애들이
Nets leading by 13. There's the screen. Pass to Kilpatrick. Baseline jumper. Lopez with the block to the inside. That's good from Booker on the assist by Lynn. And the Nets lead by 15.
마음이 안 맞아.
All right, bring it in. Let's talk, gentlemen.
한 몇 경기를 더 뛰어야지 애들이랑 마음이 맞으려나? 확실히
Listen, guys.
Great performance by Brook Lopez.
하고
He just keeps hitting
몇
shot
경기는
after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the
딱
basketball.
맞춰서
Make
패스도 안
someone
주고.
else beat you.
Wade outside. Back to Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Lopez kicks to Lynn. Passes it to Kilpatrick. Booker in the corner. Misses the 3. Bulls trail by 15. Here's Wade. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's 11 points for Wade.
If you let Wade get the ball that deep, there really isn't anything you can do.
Lynn the pass to Lopez. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Three-pointer. And Dwayne Wade with the 3.
The defense totally blew it. They left him way too wide open, and he dropped that one with ease.
Lynn kicks to Lopez. Shot from 16, and he comes up with the deuce. Lopez has got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
The mid-range jump shot, he's so comfortable. He's got such a great feel from that distance.
Booker tips it back in. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
The pass to Wade. Wants to get it to Butler and does. And there it is for him.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series. And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Brook Lopez. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Wade with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Jordan dishes to Gibson. Jordan kicks to Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Lopez. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the middle, the 11-footer. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Nets lead by 15.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
I mean, the game is in hand, but they're still running their offense, and they're just plain and simple, still making shots.
That one good for 2.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
You're right. They're not going quietly. They're going to keep battling to the very end, no matter what the score is.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can...
어렵네. 이벤트 많어. 농구 선수인데 배팅 센터를 왜 가니? 오전 9시? 오전 9시 못 간다. 버틀러 오후 12시? 12시도 못 가지. 티스하고 미팅 있는데. 큰일 날 뻔했네. 막 누르다가 오케이 누를 뻔했네. 이벤트 많아. 쓸데없이 이벤트만 많아. $200. 토니 파커가 언락됐다는 게 대체 무슨 말인지 모르겠네. 토니 파커한테 연락이 온다는 얘긴가? 토니 파커가 프랑스 사람이구나. 연습은 건너뛰고 바로 경기로. 또 인디애나 페이서스네. 근데 잠깐만 있어보자. 1위잖아. 2연패를 해가지고 될 일이야? 미치겠네. 루키는 내가 1위고 버틀러하고 웨이드가 점수를 좀 넣어줘야 되는데 애들이 점수를 못 넣어. 허접해 생각보다.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, they've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And guys, we'll see Fred Hoiberg at the helm in this one. He was brought into Chicago to revamp their offense. How do you see the Bulls continuing to evolve with him as the coach?
Well, you know, their early offense has changed. They get the ball up quicker.
There he is. What's up? I'm still here, baby. You back, huh?
Yep.
Orange juice,
Never stops, never stops.
So what happened?
I don't know. I don't even really care.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Well, let's get out here and get these playoffs, man. I'm glad to see you here.
You see I'm already dressed? You late.
I like that. Yeah. What's up, man?
The crowd has assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got... And let's go straight over to David.
Thank you, Kevin.
They want grit and toughness, David. Thank you.
Here we go.
So Indiana wins the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, Short in at point guard. Taj Gibson is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Wade in at the 2. Jordan kicks to Lopez. Butler against George. Butler passes to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Young, a screen on Butler. George with the bucket. George has got his first points in this one.
And George really eats up opportunities to score inside because he's so creative in how many ways that he can score close to the basket.
Great D that time from T.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And you look at Jeff Teague, All-Star in 2015, but he's not in that superstar category yet. What does he need to do to get to that level?
You know, it's not one thing. I mean, Teague is good, not great in a lot of areas, and I think he's solidified his place as a starting caliber point guard. I think with his athleticism, he could be an even better defender, which I think is an emphasis here with the Pacers. And that's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
From 12 feet out, and Paul George again. George has got 7 points in the game.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And the call will be against Perez. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Ellis left side, off the pick. That shot off.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Jordan dishes to Gibson. Back to Wade. Lopez, a screen on Ellis. Lets it go from the wing. Wade gets the bucket.
Boy, I love to see D. Wade shoot the ball.
Pacers leading by 4. Outside T. With the teardrop. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Jordan. Outside Butler. The pass to Wade. Back to Butler. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Especially for a guy like him. I mean, he's not quite sure of himself. He's not a go-to guy on a regular basis, but it does help him when he finds his stride early in the ball game.
Indiana shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%. And when you think of attack guards, ones who get into the lane at will, Jeff Teague certainly comes to mind. I mean, a great athlete, and it all starts for him with dribble penetration.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Gibson. Back to Jordan. And Gibson kicks to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And talking about Teague, once he blows by defenders, he can hurt you in a number of ways.
Yeah, I mean, a great drive and dish playmaker. Owns a nice little teardrop. He's also gotten better at drawing contact and working himself to the line.
And Indiana making a change here. Brooks checked in, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For Indiana, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Well, he's an intriguing player, Thaddeus Young. I mean, you look at his frame and his game. I mean, he seems like he'd be a small forward, but he's played at the power forward position for years now, and I think that's in part due to the way the game is played now in the NBA with stretch fours and spacing the floor. Thaddeus Young fits into that kind of game quite well.
Turner with the steal.
아, 이건 또 뭐야.
Here's George, and George right to stop.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He certainly can score at the power forward. Young has ability to space the floor and attack off the bounce. He's pretty special at that position.
Yeah, he really is. You know, he came into the league only after a year in college and has grown into a reliable scorer as a slasher and small ball four-man. So he's found and carved out a nice niche for himself.
And at 6'7", 6'8", Thaddeus Young, definitely more a small ball power forward, but that seems to be the way the league is going these days.
Yeah, it is, and in spite of his ability to fit into that small ball. Come on, let's go.
아, 피곤하네. 초반부터
We
10점
cannot
차야.
let George take over this game.
대체 언제쯤 돼야지 제대로 시합을 하려나
And every time
얘들이.
he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Bulls trail by 10. Wade outside.
안 줘.
He kicks to Lopez. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to Wade. Lopez, a screen on Ellis. Here's Wade. And the Bulls with another miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Young kicks to Ellis. Inside, it's tipped. The putback. Mirajic grabs the miss. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter.
Hey, watch out now. Watch out.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Thaddeus Young. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. To the paint, it's deflected. Mirotic, here's Lopez, uses the glass to finish the layup. Lopez has got his first points in this one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Miles with it. Butler covering. Goes up from the top of the key. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Miles. And that's 11 points for George. Bulls trail by 6. Wade passes to Butler. There's the dish to Miratic. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
What a luxury when you have depth. I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from
Virginia.
their reserves. And make no mistake, they carry the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that one.
Wade dishes to Lopez. Jacks up a 3. And Wade is good for 3. Wade's got 5 now.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Ellis can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
George against Butler. Ellis kicks to Turner. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Well, that's a really solid decision by Ellis to throw the ball over to the open teammate, showing off his unselfishness there.
Outside Butler. He dishes it to Wade. Shoots a fader. They get it back. Pacers leading by 8. Outside, George. And the 3 off target. Now Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Butler passes to Jordan. Wade outside. The feed to Miratic. Launches it. Drains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Clark, I felt like that was a one-time mistake. They've got to know to pay more attention to him than that.
Brooks against Jordan. Passes it to George. 6 to shoot. Shoots a 3. No good that time. And it's Chicago the other way, coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up
애들은 들어가고
Yes, sir.
우리는 안
I
들어가고
think
참.
some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Faded away to create the space. And that's now 7 points for Nikola Mirotic. Brooks kicks to Miles. He feeds it to George. Fires for three. Kept alive by Indiana.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Offensive rebound.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Prez leading the charge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Amazing aggressiveness from Prez on the drive. Never backing down from the tough as nails defense.
And the Pacers playing in one of the league's smallest markets. They've had some tough attendance numbers over the last 10 years.
And one of the best basketball facilities, I think, in all the NBA. And the city of Indianapolis actually stepped up in 2014. They promised over $160 million to help offset the team's losses over the following decade in exchange for the franchise extending its lease. Long term, hopefully the fan support enables them to stay where they belong in the heart of Indianapolis.
Right wing. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
A total team effort. And I think the starters enjoyed a chance to be able to step back and relax and enjoy how the bench played.
Bulls trail by 3. Here's Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago. Brooks dishes to Stuckey. Brooks kicks to Allen. Indiana moving the ball around. Jefferson's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Jordan with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn. Back to Rondo. 4 on the clock. Fires the three. Jefferson with the rebound. And Miles kicks to Brooks. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
It's his first trip to the line. Pacers leading by 5. So for Chicago right now, Mirotic and Gibson up front. D-Wade out there with Jordan. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. Turner with the screen for Ellis. And Gibson sends it down. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Bulls trail by 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Nets was a man on a mission. He ended up with 22 points, and not a surprise in how he scored. He drew a lot of contact and made his free throws. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep this streak going, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Oh, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Young, a screen on Jordan. On the wing, George, defended by Butler. Steps back and fires. And the shot no good, a bit short.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Wade kicks to Jordan. Feeds to Gibson.
아, 좀 나가려고 하는데 공을 주면 어떡하니?
A moment now to see the stats for Wade. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 19 points per game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
정말 안 맞아.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
And George kicks to Young. No good on the three. Bulls trail by 7. Here's Jordan. Wade outside. Kicks to Butler. Wade outside. Wade gets a screen from Jordan. Tries to snap the cold streak. Wade, good. Wade's got 7 points in the game.
The quick step back gave him just enough separation to get that one up.
Jordan against T. Screen by Young. Outside, George. Dishes to Young. Again, Young missing. Bulls trail by 5. And the return of Wade to his hometown Chicago Bulls, Greg. One of the major stories, certainly, in free agency.
Yeah, I mean, he had bigger offers on the table, but said the only real options for him were Miami or Chicago. And for a Bulls team that seemed on the verge of a rebuild, getting Wade has given them a fighting chance now in the East.
Teague against Jordan. Turner with the screen. Left side, George. And Young kicks to Ellis. Teague with a clean look. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 10 points for Jeff Teague.
If you give Teague enough room out there beyond the arc, he won't hesitate to make you pay.
Here's Jordan. He has 6. And Gibson kicks to Wade. But he stays with it. They grab their own miss. Gibson. And it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
Gibson a screen. The drive by Jordan. Butler in the corner. Mirotic sets the screen for Butler, and they double up Butler. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Young's got his 6th rebound on the night.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me a bit. Out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Over in the corner, Ellis. The tray. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Wade outside. The pass to Gibson. Young with the steal. T kicks to George. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
I think he's got to find another way to contribute, Kevin, besides looking to shoot the ball. I mean, he just can't get anything to bounce his way this quarter, so he's got to do other things.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside. Well, Dwayne Wade in this one, he has 8 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
Ellis can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Butler kicks to Mirotic. For 3, a three-pointer is right on target. Mirotic has got 5 points in the quarter.
just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Screen by Young. The shot by George, wide open. George missing again. Bulls trail by 4. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Butler, no good.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
And George can rapidly fill up the score column. He's a high-volume shooter who doesn't hesitate at any time to let it fly.
Pass to Mirotic. Paul George with the steal. Broke loose and stolen by Jordan. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnovers.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Turner. C.J. Miles comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Brooks subbed in for Jeff Teague. Good on the three-point shot. 23 points for Paul George.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Mirotic the screen. Jordan the pass to Mirotic. Here's Portis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Pacers.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
That free throw missing.
And when you're trailing, free throws become that much more important. It's much tougher to stay in a game when you're not converting.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jefferson's checked in for Paul George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Allen outside. And here's Miles. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Bulls trail by 8. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In the corner, Cannon with it from deep. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
어느 순간 말리기 시작했다.
Jordan against Brooks. Screen by Jefferson. Three-pointer. And we're through the...
그 와중에 또 리바운드 못 잡는 거.
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off. Listen, guys.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Young and Turner up front. Teague and Monte are the guard set. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Pacers leading by 5. Now Teague. Back to George. And a miss there on the triple. Wade against Ellis. Here's Jordan. The shot. That misses off the back.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Over in the corner, Ellis. Back to T. Turner dishes to George. Here's Young. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Just one moment where Young catches you the wrong way, and he'll find his way to the free throw line.
2 shots. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Bulls trail by 6. Outside Jordan. Lopez outside. Wade against T. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 10 points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Pass to Turner. And it's sent back by Lopez. And he recovers it.
Boy, I tell you, Turner is a dominant force who imposes his will on whoever is on him. But what you have to like and respect is his work ethic.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he sinks the second. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in.
이렇게 개판을 치는 이유는 뭐지?
Now here's Jordan. He has 6. Lopez outside. He kicks to Wade. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by T.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
The dish to Ellis. Turner with a screen on Wade. Ellis kicks to Turner. Lets it go with a 3. Teague can't hit. Bulls trail by 5. The feed now to Jordan. Left side Gibson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Thaddeus Young. The Bulls have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Ellis outside. Indiana moving it around. Screened by Ellis. And Young kicks to Ellis. Shot clock at 5. There's the pick from the arc. They get it back.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Jordan, the pass to Wade. He dishes it to Lopez. Bobs it up for Jordan. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. Here's Turner. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Turner's length causes defenses all kinds of problems. I mean, he really uses that length extremely well to draw fouls.
Both free throws good from Turner. Bulls trail by 6. It's Jordan on the wing. Teague covering. Lopez outside. Passes it to Butler. Wade from outside. Ejected by Young.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
And George, here we go. Bulls have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half starting. And Paul George formerly wore the jersey number 24. A sports writer suggested he should go with the number 13, so his nickname could be PG-13. George liked the idea, so he did it.
Yeah, and the more superstitious among us might wonder if he brought himself some bad luck with that number, but it is an auspicious number for him. Of course, back in 2013, he won Most Improved Player and made his first All-Star appearance. But I think the story is true. The fact that PG, in an effort to brand himself a certain way, wanted to be viewed as agreeable to all viewing parties.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, in the era of 3 and D and 4 out and 1 in, some say the post-up is a lost art. That makes Al Jefferson a throwback player. He said it happened right in front of my eyes. When I came into the league, it was still a big man's game. Everything changed around me. I've always been a back-to-the-basket post-move player. Just stuck to what I do best. Guys.
Yeah, and I hope he never changes. Thanks, D.A. Al Jefferson's checked in for Miles Turner. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Dwayne Wade.
And you got to give credit to Prez there. Puts forth a lot of energy on both ends of the floor.
Young dishes to Jefferson.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Bulls schedule, Kevin, this is how they stack up. First in blocks. Second in rebound. And they're number 2 in keeping that opponent's shooting percentage low. This is a team that really gives up no easy looks at the basket.
야, 대단한데? 보자. 블락 2, 3개. 3개밖에 못했는데?
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me it's been
턴오버가 왜 이렇게 많지? 나네?
pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times that gets in your head.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. C.J. Miles comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Brooks in for T.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Bulls have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Mirotic. That one rolling around and rims out.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And if you had to start a new team today, which small forward would you want? Kawhi Leonard or this guy, Paul George?
Well, I'm a little biased. It's a tough call, quite honestly. I mean, arguably the best two-way players in the game. Kawhi has elevated his game offensively, and we know what he does defensively. But for my money, being a former Pacer myself, I'm going PG on that one.
Three-pointer, Butler. Lopez kicks to Jordan. He feeds it to Mirotic. And they double up Jordan. Butler passes to Jordan. It's stolen by Jefferson. George, that's a two-pointer. Kept alive by Indiana. Feeds it to Brooks. Kicks to Miles.
자꾸 나한테 줘. 이상한 애들이야.
Mirotic against George. Goes back up. And there's Al Jefferson on the assist by George. And the Pacers lead by 3.
And, you know, George is really good at making his teammates better with his passing. Pinpoint accuracy.
Jordan dishes to Rondo. Jordan inside. He's guarded by Ellis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Allen's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. Bobby Portis is checked in for Chicago. McDermott comes in for Butler. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it. Bulls trail by 6. So for Chicago right now, Jordan, he's in at point guard. Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt. But still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Wade with it. Lopez outside. Dishes to Butler. 5 on the clock. Wade outside. Shoots it up. And right on target. Good. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. The pass to Young. Back to George. To the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Yeah, nice unselfishness by George, zipping the ball to one of his guys as soon as he sees him open to get the shot off.
Wade kicks to Lopez. No good that time. Good work defensively by Turner. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. That's going to send Robin Lopez to the line. That's on Monte Ellis. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Down low. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Here's Ellis. George with the screen on Butler. Ellis, the pass to George. He on the clock. From deep. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 27.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Lopez kicks to Wade. Great defense that time from Ellis. Pacers leading by 6. Teague for 3. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one.
And when Teague is knocking down the pull-up J's, it's just devastating for defenders. There is no slowing.
Lopez dishes to Wade. A fader. Good on the shot.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Teague against Jordan. Ellis with the screen for Teague. And George kicks to Young, and that one is good. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Young is often overmatched because he's not as big as other power forwards, but he still finishes inside at a high rate.
Outside Jordan. Lopez outside. Pass to Butler. Back to Lopez. And it's sent back by Turner. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And Gibson sends it down. Ellis the pass to Turner. That one falls. And the Pacers lead by 11.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner?
No easy buckets now. Hustle up.
아, 애들 잘
Our defense has
하는데
got to do a better job checking George. I want Butler now.
He's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
Jordan dishes to Butler.
공을 안 주니
Back to Jordan. Pass to Wade. 20 feet out. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Here's Teague.
공을 좀 제때제때 줬으면 좋겠어.
Butler with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls, looking to get...
Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Jordan kicks to Wade. The dish to Gibson. Back to Wade. Lopez outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gibson. Kept alive. Wade. Rejected by Young.
와중에 왜 그렇게 레이업을 하지?
George passes to Teague. There's the pick. Young, a screen on Jordan. Back to George. Launches a 3. Here's Turner. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Some good numbers for Turner. He has 9 rebounds, and what a tear he's been rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
And the second free throw, good. Bulls trail by 11. Outside Jordan. Lopez outside. He kicks to Wade. Puts it up from 15. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Bulls have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. No good from Gibson.
Well, I don't like to see anybody miss a layup. Well, that was painful to watch.
Turner with the screen for Teague. Soft touch off the glass.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Left side, Gibson. From 15 feet away, it's rebounded by Indiana. Young's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. From outside, off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Butler dishes to Wade. Outside Jordan. Here's Gibson. They get a hand on it, looking to end the drought. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's good from Gibson.
At the line,
and both free throws good from Gibson.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
There's the pick. T kicks to George. The kick out to T. Tries a 3. George, no good. Bulls trail by 11. Jordan, high post. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, looking at the numbers for Prez in this one, 9 points, some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Clark, 5 pretty big points indeed.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Indiana lead by 9. Teague with the ball. Butler covering. Teague kicks to George. Lopez with the steal. Jordan the pass to Gibson. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. They set the pick. Screen by Young. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 5. A baseline J. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
George doesn't mind taking advantage of every chance to knock down the mid-range jump shot.
Wade dishes to Gibson. And here's Wade. A rebound by Young. Young's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. The shot by George, no good.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Pacers leading by 8. Young outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Gibson, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And while Young is serviceable at the line, not terrible, there's still a lot of room for improvement.
Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Butler against George. Count that one.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
T kicks to Young. Screen by Young. And George now top of the key. T for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Wade against Ellis. Jordan kicks to Wade. And it's good. Assisted on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. Indiana leading. Outside Teague. Now the feed to George. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. George has got 31. Jordan the pass to Butler. Lopez a screen. Jordan dishes to Wade, and it's sent back by Turner, and stolen by Jordan. A putback controls the rebound, puts it back up and in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 16 rebounds.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down. George having a fantastic game.
8 rebounds and some big-time point production as well.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you could say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
Pacers leading by 8. Here's Teague. Lopez with the block. They retain possession. Ellis can't get it to go.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Jordan kicks to Butler. Second chance shot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And that's now 11 points for Jimmy Butler.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. Typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Outside, George. Shot from 12. And it falls over the rim and in. George has got 13 points in the second half.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Lopez outside. Now Wade. Left side Butler. Tries again. And it's good on the way in.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Now here's Teague. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
And that is just all Prez, demonstrating just how confident he is in himself. Put the big basket there.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by George. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
George has a pretty quiet way.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Hey, thank you guys all for coming out. I just wanted to say congratulations to my friend Justice Young for making it through all the trade speculation.
Yeah, let's put all that mess behind us. Let's focus on the season.
Glad to have you on the squad, man. And to my
저스티스 영이랑 헤어졌는데? 저스티스 형이랑 헤어졌는데도 저스티스 형이랑 이벤트가 나오네. 신기해. 3연패에 빠졌어. 우래. 덴버 오래다 도고 아웃사이더 브레이시어. 밖에서 뭐 하자고? 오늘은 별일도 없는데 뭐. 덴버랑 놀아주지 뭐. 빨리 와. 나가는 거 아니야? 들어오는 거였어? 어디 같이 나가자는 건 줄 알았더니 아니었네. 그냥 우리 집에서 놀자는 얘기였구나. 3연패 중에 밀워키전이나 해야지. 덴버는 이제 같은 팀도 아닐 텐데. 3연패에 빠졌어. 팀 옮기자마자. 슬퍼.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
너무하네.
Plenty of excitement as we count down to tip-off here on 2K Sports. A little New Year's Eve hoops. This is very, very
When's the
festive.
countdown begin?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And Jimmy Butler's slowly but surely proving that he can be a leader for a winning team. Question for you, Shaq.
설마 내가 들어와서 팀이 허덕거리나? 불순데?
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA.
3패를
We're
내가
all dressed
시키네.
up.
이기자 인간적으로.
And what a great way to count down to the end of the year with some NBA basketball. Smitty, how are you going to be celebrating the end of the year?
I think I'm going up to my lake house to get away from all of it. And then we're gonna get ready for the playoffs.
And then we got to get ready for the playoffs. That's exactly. They'll be here before we know it.
That's right.
So the Bucks win the tip.
못 따내네.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Parker and Monroe together inside. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo, and it's Dellavedova in at the 1. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Antetokounmpo's got the first points of the night for the Bucks.
또 이거야? 얘는 맨날 이거 쓰네.
Jordan with it. He dishes it to Lopez. Looking for Wade, he gets it there, and it's blocked.
그 와중에 또 블락당하고 잘한다.
Now here is Dellavedova.
screen by Parker.
Monroe with a screen on Jordan. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. That one, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Not something we see too often. Just one of those days for them, I guess.
Love the aggressive attitude. I mean, no invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the night.
Dwayne Wade at the stripe. How many times have we said that before? He lives there.
Butler against Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Butler.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Wade kicks to Gibson. Milwaukee with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
It sure seemed like everybody on the team was in the zone. It'll be interesting to see if they are able to keep up that sweet shooting stroke.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lopez a screen. Loads it up for Butler. Good work defensively by Monroe. Dellavedova dishes to Middleton. Fades back, and that one good. Middleton's got his first 2 points.
충분했던 것 같은데 그걸 못 넣네.
Here's Jordan. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana.
He really did an outstanding job setting up his teammates as well. The defense could not figure out where the ball was going to go next.
Gibson with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jordan. And look at Prez there.
Okay.
Just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity. Prez finished that playoff with no layups for the big fella.
Elevate over, pass to Parker. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Tries again. He lays it in. Parker's got his first bucket of the night.
Gotta love how he did give up on the glass, and because of that effort, he comes up with the putback on the offensive rebound.
Wade outside. Gibson setting the pick for Wade. There's the dish to Lopez. A shot, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They demonstrate a real tenacity on the glass and made their presence felt. We'll see if they can repeat that kind of play.
Here's Gibson. Offensive rebound. Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
One of the best in the business at drawing contact. Wade knows how to work his way to the line.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And one thing you have to like about the Bucks, I mean, this is really an unselfish basketball team. Terrific assist totals almost every night, and I think largely because they've been acquiring guys with that team-first mentality.
And here is Jordan, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Now here's Butler. D right on him. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Kicks to Parker. A stupendous finish in traffic. Parker's got his second bucket of the night.
They caught the D in a rough spot and took advantage of them there.
Now Wade. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Jordan kicks to Butler. Jordan with it. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jabari Parker.
Take a look at the Bulls roster now. A lot of young talent versus veterans they had in the past. Not a lot of these guys you see as superstars, but I think a lot of them will be starters in their careers.
And as you said, Smitty, Bulls have done such a great job replenishing their youth. Guys like Mirotic and McDermott have stepped up and look promising in a big way for them.
Give a lot of credit to the front office for going out and finding these players in the draft or trading for them. Bulls have made the most of their picks in the mid and late rounds, and it's why they remain competitive.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Monroe kicks to Dellavedova, and he makes that one.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they get pushed around on that low block.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago. He knows they've struggled against this team this year, 0-2 so far this season. He said they are so hard to defend. They have so many guys who can flat out score. In transition and half court, doesn't matter. So individually and collectively,
I approve that steal.
We have to embrace the challenge and force them into an off night. We'll see if they can make all that happen tonight. Kevin, back to you.
David, thanks for the great update. The coach is playing here tonight. A good one, guys.
And I agree with him. I think he's determined not to let the opposing offense dictate tempo. And I think that is a good game plan.
It has to be his goal every game. Reason why they don't play well when they play fast.
Gibson the screen. The drive by Jordan. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line. This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And, Smitty, great to have you in the booth here, a former...
Here we go. Let's draw it up.
clear your mind.
Just
be honest about this now.
I'm going to be very honest. Not at all. Obviously, to be an NBA basketball player. Then after that, I thought maybe a GM role, coaching. But I'm loving this right now, being right here with you, my friend.
We love to have you as well. And the shot is good.
He's been very decisive, very accurate shooting the basketball. Extremely productive quarter so far.
Outside Butler. Back to Jordan. Pass to Lopez. Good work defensively by Monroe. Bucks leading by 4. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Butler covering. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Wade dishes to Gibson from 12 feet out. Here's Lopez, and they pick up 2.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Jordan. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Monroe. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jordan the pass to Lopez. Out to Wade. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Bucks.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Butler kicks to Gibson. That ties it up.
Beautiful ball movement by Jimmy Butler, constantly looking to set up his guys.
Bucks have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Dellavedova goes up to the stripe, and no good that time. Jordan with some nice D. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Wade kicks to Gibson. A basket good off the assist from Wade. 6 points for Taj Gibson.
Love seeing Gibson toy with the defense. So good at catching them off guard with the catch and shoot.
To the inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Parker's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The shot by Wade, wide open. He's open left, it's no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Monroe right side. 11 feet away. Chicago grabs the miss. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Jordan, and Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul.
You're talking about the Bulls team last season, a little bit of dysfunction. The Bulls decided to break up the backcourt of Rose and Butler. That was a surprising move to me.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Portis is checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. McDermott's checked in for Butler. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And then for Milwaukee, Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Parker. And it's Steve Novak in for Antetokounmpo. No one near Teletovic as he lets it go. Offline with his 3. Chicago leading. McDermott kicks to Mirotic. Back to McDermott. Passes it to Jordan. Clock at 6. And it's Rondo in the corner.
Yes.
Another shot. Portis kicks to Rondo. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. He misses the free throw.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Well, Steve, offensively, you never want to be too predictable, and it makes me wonder, and interpret this however you want to. Who do you think is the most unpredictable player in the league?
Well, I think one come to mind is Stephen Curry. You really don't know when he's going to pull up. You don't know what he's going to do as far as his dribbling exhibition. Kyrie Irving, those guys. Chris Paul with his passes. You know, a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, because of his ability to play inside and outside, he's not predictable because he can basically do it all on the floor.
I would think for a defender that'd be frightening, just being constantly guessing. Some guys you can just take it to the bank, they're going to do whatever, they're going to shoot it, they're going to drive.
And you know, one guy I forgot, Kevin, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
How do you scout him? Because he comes full speed and it's whatever when he catches it.
Who would willingly accept that defensive challenge? How difficult, how scary would that be on a night?
It is. It's a team effort. A team has to stop Russell.
Portis kicks to Rondo. Outside Jordan. There's a good screen. Inside, Portis. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And Perez just threading the needle once again. A real nuisance to deal with in pick and roll sets.
Here's Teletovic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And a wide-open look for Rondo. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
The mid-range game is becoming more of a lost art, but not for this guy.
Here's Vaughn, guarded by Jordan. On left of the wing. Here's Teletovic. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Mirotic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Puts up a 3. But they'll get another chance. And we heard from John Henson before the game.
Defensively, offensively,
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he's so Chicago ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Craig Monroe, he's checked in for John Henson. Jabari Parker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Anas Antetokounmpo's checked in for Steve Novak, and it's Vaughn in for Matthew Dellavedova. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Parker and Monroe together inside. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo, and it's Vaughn in at point guard. Monroe's shot is good.
High basketball IQ right there.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk.
피켓롤이나 해야 되나?
Our defensive intensity has...
Free agent signings, 3 years, $60 million. Greg Monroe did not disappoint.
Yeah, really thrived playing a lot at center after having spent the early years at the power forward position. Well-rounded post scorer with excellent court vision, and plus a rebounder at both ends of the floor. That subpar athleticism defensively, but he is an asset on the floor.
Have to admire how steady Perez is on these shots, sensing the contact coming and still nailing it.
He's had 7 tries at the line, made 5.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Perez in their last game against the Pacers gave them a big boost. He ended with 13 points, and it was the usual story for him. Drawing fouls and making free throws. Another outstanding outing, something that's become more and more commonplace for him. Bring it back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
The way he's been playing, I'm not shocked if he can deliver another game just like this.
McDermott with the screen for Jordan. The Bulls need to get a shot off here.
Nice.
And the pass to Vaughn. Back to Parker. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
버틀러 넣어줘. 그렇지.
That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And with Prez, you get it all. Outstanding passes to his guys who have clean looks at the basket.
Screen by Parker. And Middleton kicks to Monroe. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
He is just getting hotter as the game goes along, building on a strong start. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second quarter.
Outside Jordan, McDermott with the screen for Jordan. The feed to McDermott. He tries for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they've held the lead.
And the call will be against Prez. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Vaughn. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Bulls leading by 6. Outside Jordan. 13 feet away. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Milwaukee.
I just love the tenacity that Prez displays, going straight into the heart of the D there and drawing the foul.
Steve, you grew up in Detroit and came into a league right after the Bad Boy Pistons had won back-to-back titles with their hard-nosed style of basketball. Do you miss that more physical brand of basketball?
Yeah, I do. Being a Detroiter, growing up watching the Bad Boys, they won championships playing defense, but I think they also was an innovator on the offensive end. People don't realize Bill Laimbeer was one of the first pick-and-pop centers in my era to get a chance to watch him. So Isaiah Joe Dumars, Rodman and Sally, love the way they play. I kind of like the little physical basketball playing back then.
So if someone said to you, the game is different now, but is it necessarily better than it was? Is it more pleasing to watch now than it was, say, in the 90s?
Yeah, I think it's more fluid offensively. I think it was a lot of fouls, but I enjoyed it in that era, but I understand the way they had to play the nice.
And it's in there.
He is very frustrating to guard because he makes plays that will drive you crazy.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Monroe's got 10.
That pass was a work of art right there.
Jordan the pass to Wade. Back to Jordan. Pass to McDermott. He feeds it to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Gibson. Lays it up and banks it in. Gibson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Screen by Parker. Rebounded by McDermott.
Blown opportunity right there. Point blank lay in. Come on now.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
The intensity of the game and by Jimmy Butler is the reason why he got that contact.
Steve, when you watch Jimmy Butler play, you have to pay attention at all times. He can just explode on a moment's notice and completely take over a game.
I just love Jimmy Butler on the offensive end. Came into this league known as a defender, hard work. But when no Derrick Rose, he turned into a guy that can score the basketball and is counted on that end.
Jordan kicks to Wade. Outside Gibson. Inside. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for Chicago.
Big difference from the first quarter to the second. His shot looks completely in rhythm now.
Screen by Parker. 1:16 left in the first half of basketball.
He got the ball inside, realized right away he had a mismatch, and took him right to school.
Here's Butler.
안
When you
들어가네.
think of the best as far as two-way players, Jimmy Butler is one of the first name that comes to mind. Great blend of offense and defense. Gives you effort on both sides of the ball every night. He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Teletovic the screen.
Off
the screen, and it will go. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Antetokounmpo. And for Butler, his effort is something that never comes into question, Steve. He is a competitor.
You have guys that compete on the offensive end, but when you love a guy that does it at the same type rate on the defensive end, he's a two-way player, but one of the best we've seen. I love how he's willing to sacrifice his body in there, giving maximum effort. That's what it takes on the defensive boards.
That one a little long.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, his inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
Wade gets the bucket.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It wouldn't be the first time. He's a closer, a player who loves to slam the door shut.
좀더 하고 싶은데 충분히 갈까?
Screen by Monroe. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses from short range.
That was it.
And so that brings.
드디어 이기려나? 이기겠지?
All right, gentlemen, hustle up. That was a great first half. Hey, we're in great shape.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago. A time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. The second half just about to get going here. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
Just awesome on-court awareness, knowing when to take it to the hole as well as dish it out. That's why he is such a crucial member to this team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Jordan in at point guard. Taj Gibson is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Here's Monroe. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
The Bucks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Three-pointer, Butler. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And the call will be against Prez. And that'll be his third foul so far. Bucks trail by 10. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Middleton up top. Plenty of space. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th assist in this one. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Left side, Gibson. Pops it up for Jordan.
아, 이게 안 돼.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And again, no good by Chicago.
이게
one for their first
와줘야 되는데 패스가 안 와줘.
Here's Butler. No good off the back of the rim.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
And Monroe kicks to Antetokounmpo. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Monroe. And there's the 3-second violation. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. Number 1, the Bulls.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league.
얼마나 더 해야지 제대로
Gibson with the
패스를
steal.
줄까 얘들은.
Butler kicks to Jordan. Rejected by
아, 또
Monroe.
걸렸어.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Jordan. Monroe dishes to Dellavedova, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Dellavedova's got 8 points.
They're doing work here the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Fred Hoiberg with the Bulls, still on his learning curve. Coming from the college game to the pro, he still has some adjustments to go.
Lopez with the bucket.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
Bucks trail by 8. Dishes it to Monroe. Great D that time from Gibson.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
버틀러 가자. 그래. 버틀러 나이스.
Not a high percentage look, but the defense gave him just enough space and he buried it.
Timeout. Timeout. Started.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's
Heading
talk.
to this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. Valentine's checked in for Butler. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Middleton outside to the inside. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered closely. Hinson in the post, working on Portis, and it's blocked. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, after the Bulls said goodbye to Derrick Rose, you knew they were going to be in the market for a point guard. And Rajon Rondo stepped right in, and although not a direct replacement for what Rose brings, still a very strong signing. They could have done a lot worse when it comes to filling in that lead guard role.
They set the pick. Feeds to Middleton. He kicks to Henson. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his 4th assist in this one.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And for Rajon Rondo, he showed GA that he was still an elite playmaker in his 1-year stop in Sacramento. He felt that Chicago, now with Dwayne Wade, was the perfect fit for him.
And Rondo wasted no time when he got to Chicago. It was apparently a big part of the recruiting effort that landed the team Wade. I mean, a lot of changes for the Bulls. But overall, you have to say with Rondo and Wade as their new backcourt, they're in a great spot.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Jabari Parker took an unconventional route to rehab his knee after his ACL surgery. He trained in the Andes Mountains of Peru. The altitude helped his stamina, but Parker said it was also a trip that I took for character. We take a lot for granted. Kevin, even growing up poor in the U.S., Parker said, you don't realize how fortunate you are. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA, and a great way to put that injury into perspective. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul.
I'm Prez,
on
and I approve that steal.
That's his first
Presidential
foul.
pardon.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Jordan. Dellavedova, the pass to Henson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Henson's got 8 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Jordan. To the right side. To the middle. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. Bucks trail by 13. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And last year, really an interesting one for Chris Middleton. You know, he signed a monster 5-year, $70 million contract in the offseason, and immediately there was all this speculation as to whether or not, 1, was he worth it, 2, would he continue to work and improve. And you know what? He came out of the gate and really took all of the numbers across the board up. And I think that took put to bed, I should say, all the doubters about whether or not this guy was deserving of that contract.
He dishes it to Dellavedova. Got a piece of it.
Okay.
And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Prez leading the charge. And again, Chicago. No good. Fast break, Milwaukee.
밀었는데.
And that one is hammered home.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
He thrives in the open court. Such an aggressive finisher.
Rondo with it. Novak's there. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Well, Steve, we've heard about the idea of locker room presence and guys that have had a good impact on the morale of a team. Just how valuable do you think that is for a team over the course of a season?
I think it's great. You hear the coaching staff talking over and over their voice, but just to have that.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. Listen up. We have these guys
role because I know you were respected at the various stages of your career by younger players you played with.
Yeah, I think it's your duty. As a guy that's been around, coming to the end of your career, you got to pass on that knowledge to the younger generation.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Chicago leading by 9. Rondo kicks to Mirotic. Back to Rondo. Now the dish to Mirotic. Off target from outside. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. A moment here to see the stats for Jordan. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's putting up about 21 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. All around brilliance for him lately. And guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
McDermott's checked in for Valentine. Outside Jordan. And it's Rondo in the corner. From 13. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Teletovic dishes to Dellavedova. Sinks the triple. Dellavedova's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Mirotic the screen. Here's Rondo. And that one is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That's going to send John Henson to the line. Prez picks one up. The Bucks have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Portis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
And 74%, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-6 run. Dellavedova, the pass to Middleton. Here's the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
The defense has to stay on their toes on him. They have to be active guarding the perimeter, or they will continue to get burned.
Jordan kicks to Rondo. Here's Mirotic. But they recover it. Outside for Jordan. Tries again. And again, Chicago. No good. The Bucks trail. Middleton dishes to Novak. And the call will be against Prez. That'll be foul number 5 on him. And due to the bonus, will be heading to the free throw line.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Chicago's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Rondo passes to Portis. Mirotic has a wide-open look. 3 off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And And here is Dellavedova. He's got 11. Teletovic, the screen. For the lead, here's Henson. And lots of contact. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Rajon Rondo. The Bucks have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And Chicago shooting here about 46% for the game. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Parker and Henson are at the forward slots. Antetokounmpo out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Monroe in at center. Dellavedova kicks to Monroe to take the lead. Chicago grabs the miss. Gibson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jordan dishes to Wade. Kicks it to Butler. Back to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by the Bucks. Monroe's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Outside Jordan. And Wade now top of the key. Tries to snap the cold streak. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 6th assist on the night.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Butler. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Gibson passes to Wade. Butler. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Down low, Henson, count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
It's tipped. Parker with the steal.
기계 걸리네.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. Here's Monroe. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
뭐야 이건 또 다 와서 역전당하고.
That one misses for Monroe.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the 2nd half.
Jordan dishes to Lopez.
When Lopez starts going to work on you, sometimes fouling is your only option.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Jordan, and stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Bulls. Krez leading the charge, and it's good for 2. And it's 13 points for Dwayne Wade.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Parker outside. And Monroe kicks to Antetokounmpo.
이건 뭐야?
It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The drive by Jordan and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
아 짜증나.
Now the pass to Dellavedova. That's a floater go, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Lopez a screen. Shot clock at 6. Jordan the pass to Lopez. No good, shot missing. Good work defensively by Monroe. To the middle. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Outside Jordan. The feed to Wade. Lopez a screen. Shoots off the step back. No good off the front iron.
Tell you what, the defense got lucky there because you know he can hit it from mid-range.
Dellavedova with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Dellavedova dishes to Parker. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Butler kicks to Jordan. Back to Butler. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Butler is a proven scorer. You give him the ball in the paint, and he'll find a way to get it done.
And what a solid comeback Jabari Parker made last year after an ACL ended his rookie season before Greg had even began.
Yeah, and what the injury did was force Jabari to become stronger and more well-conditioned in terms of his training. When feeling his best, he's a dynamic scorer off the dribble. Struggles a little on D, but the rest of his game has enormous upside.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Well, their pass it to Lopez.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. The Bucks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row. From the paint.
Jordan dishes to Wade. He feeds it to Lopez. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And Lopez doing whatever he can to get himself to the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Good on both. The Bucks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Dellavedova kicks to Middleton. First free throw is good. Middleton hits them both.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Lopez a screen. Wade kicks to Jordan. Rebound, Milwaukee. Dellavedova's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside Jordan. Butler up top. 5 to shoot. Pass to Lopez. Gibson dishes to Jordan. Rebounded by the Bucks. Dellavedova's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Monroe, the pass to Dellavedova. And Monroe kicks to Dellavedova. Gets that one through the hole. Make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Wade kicks to Lopez. Butler against Antetokounmpo. Butler dishes to Jordan. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Simply astounding work inside. Perez getting the ball in his sweet spot and just doing his thing down there.
Feeds it to Middleton. Lopez against Monroe. Back to Middleton. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Here's Parker. That one wide left.
I know he's talented, but when you're completely surrounded inside, you have to try and kick it out to someone who's open.
Back to Wade. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Now just a 3-point Bucks lead.
Wade is 6'4", but when he gets it down by the rim, he might as well be 7 feet. There's just no stopping him.
Antetokounmpo against Butler. Middleton outside. Dellavedova from outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Parker with the steal. Now, Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Dishes it to Dellavedova. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Parker passes to Middleton. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Great open look there. And the Bucks lead by 6.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Jordan. Here's Lopez. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Lopez has got 9 points here in the second half.
Not who you picked to come up with a huge shot, but nevertheless, Robin Lopez just delivered a huge shot for his team.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Butler. In transition, here come the Bulls. Plays it in off the breakaway.
You need a big basket, you turn to Jimmy Butler. He's the first option in their offense.
Milwaukee's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them.
Start.
Timeout called the Bucks.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as...
Our defensive intensity has got to match what Giannis is bringing on offense. I want Butler matched up with...
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Dwayne Wade on the wing to take the lead. Buries it.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
The difference is he wanted it. There was no way he was letting anybody else take that shot.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 1. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Patience is the key. Let's see what they come up with here.
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, off target.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Chicago calls timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, you need the 3 here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
꽂았어. 씨.
Hey, yo!
웨인 웨이드 치어리드 애니메이션? 이거야?
이것도 있잖아. 이 바지도.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. And last year it became clear that this Bulls team was transitioning from the Derrick Rose era to the Jimmy Butler era. If you were in charge of the Bulls, Shaq, how would you build this team around Butler?
Well, Butler isn't a guard that likes to dominate the ball like James Harden, so you can still have an elite.
서야 연패 끊어내야 되는데.
We're broadcasting from Chicago as the Bulls get... And with...
Well, Hornet...
Thanks, David. He does give a little more leeway to MKG to go to the glass, though, as well he should. And some teams really struggling with injuries right now. Just how important, Chris, is depth to a team at this time of the year?
You know, depth is really important to a team, but even more so because of this reason. When you have guys hurt, what that allows is guys on the bench to get more playing time, and when they get more playing time and you get those injured players back, you know what? Those guys that were filling in, now they have experience, now they got a rhythm, and your bench may be stronger for it.
That's an excellent point. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. So we've got Kemba Walker. Williams is out there with Batum. There's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Zeller in at the 5. And Walker kicks to Williams. On the wing, Lamb. Wade is covered. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Walker that time on the assist from Lamb.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Portis. That's good from 17 feet away. Portis has got his first bucket in this one. Here's Walker. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
Oh, that's because of the consistent effort on the glass. Unbelievable. The overall energy he played with.
Pick by Zeller. Lamb. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
Well, first let's talk about the pick. That was as lazy of a screen as I've ever seen. You have to commit on it if you want to get your teammate open.
Wade dishes to Jordan. They They set the pick to the middle, deflects the pass, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Great resolve there on defense, allowing nothing easy.
Here's Lopez, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lopez has got his first points of the night.
Perfect screen there, set him up with a terrific look.
Nice off-the-ball movement and action to free him up for a shot he makes on a regular basis. Outstanding work.
Williams passes to Zeller. It's tipped. 3-on-3. Here's Jordan. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Walker against Jordan. Kicks it to Lamb. Pick by Zeller. Shoots off the screen. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Prez handles pressure well. He's been used to that ever since he entered the spotlight.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
And you can see that the Hornets are committed to Steve Clifford, can't you?
Well, just think about it. It's been a long time since the Hornets franchise has had a coach that has stuck around like Clifford. He's the first coach to win 100 games with this team in over a decade and a half. He has had them competing each year he's been with the team.
Lopez, a screen on Walker. Jordan kicks to Lopez. Wade drives in. Here's Portis. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Portis has got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, what a smart play. He recognized the height advantage and went straight to the rack.
Hornets trail by 5. Now, here's Walker. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. To the inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Now, what a revelation has been for the Hornets and Cody Zeller. Took some time for him to develop, but he fought his way into the starting lineup and is exactly what they need. Still has a lot of room to grow as a player as well.
And with Zeller, what coaches like about him is the energy, Chris, and the grit he brings to the lineup.
And doing the little things like Zeller does is something every team needs. He's also done a good job to improve his scoring efficiency. Now look, he'll never be a dominant center, but he has proven he can play an important role as a starter. And you look at this Hornets team, there is so much length on the floor at any given time, as much wingspan as any other team in the league. This helps on the defensive end with blocks and steals.
Sessions checked in for Walker, and Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Chicago leading by 5. As you talked about the wingspan, the arm span of the Hornets, slight pun intended. They have it at all positions, though.
Well, and that's what makes them so versatile with their defensive matchups. Kidd Gilchrist and Marvin Williams both have great.
And the basket by Wade.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
이렇게 돼야지. 나한테 더블킥 들어오면은 패스하고
Sessions against Jordan.
공 넣고.
Sessions dishes to Zeller. And a chance now to review the shot chart.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. And he's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
와, 오늘 100%야. 이제까지.
That free throw, no good.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller, Cody has a good chance to be the best of all 3.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Lopez. Chicago leading.
들어가.
Well, they're passing to Portis. And he gets the bucket. Portis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Sessions kicks to Williams. The shot's good. Sessions making him pay.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Jordan with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for Marvin Williams.
And early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
샬럿 정도는 이겨주자 인간적으로.
Jordan against Sessions. To the left side wing. Zeller dishes to Batum. Zeller setting the pick for Batum. And that one's good. Sessions.
Batum is so versatile. Not just an efficient scorer, but an amazing passer as well.
Now Wade. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee. And there's the pass to Butler. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And when you talk about what a two-way player is in the NBA, Jimmy Butler epitomizes that. I mean, he can carry a team on offense in so many ways. You know, he came up more so as a defender and has continued to wear that role with pride. And I think that's one reason why, if you're a Bulls fan moving forward, you have to feel good knowing that he's one of the cornerstones of your franchise.
I love seeing Perez flush it through. The D looking too terrified to even try to stop him.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than that. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan.
And that is what makes him special. I mean, few shooting guards can match his prowess and wingspan, coupled with his defensive instincts, and his leadership comes from the fact he plays on both ends.
Nice. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
블락은 진짜 짱이야.
Batum for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. The Bulls leading by 6.
52씩 너무 좋아해.
And here is Jordan. He's got 10. Outside Gibson. Passes it to Wade. From 12 feet out. Here's Jordan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And how about the skill from Perez down on the block, working hard inside and getting the contact in the process.
Well, it sure feels like more and more the league is demanded now. More players with skill at every position. Guys, Chris, who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more valued if you played in today's game?
You know what? A legend once told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been, and I don't know. I do like the fact that when I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans, but for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game or to get guys involved. And you know, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets. The more you kind of make yourself valuable to your team, the more you should be on the court, and it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should look like, and then, you know, add my own little style and flair to it and do my own thing.
Good point. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Zeller, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Gotta respect Perez just spiking the shot back thanks to that amazing reach.
Outside Gibson. Here's Wade. He goes up again, and that's 2 points on the layup. Wade's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Zeller kicks to Sessions. Yep, that one goes in there.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
No one can miss so far. Both teams are really clicking on offense.
Jordan with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. And Gibson kicks to Wade. 16 feet away. Here's Jordan. Back to Gibson. Ramon Sessions with the steal. To the middle. Here's Zeller. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 7.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
Sessions against Jordan. Here's Portis, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Cody Zeller. Chris, you know how physically punishing the NBA can be, especially in the post. Which big men do you think are the most physical in the game right now?
Oh, well, I think you have to look at Drummond. I mean, Drummond. He's physical down there, man. He's a wide load. You still have to look at Marc Gasol, even though he's gone through some injuries. And then you got to look at big Boogie Cousins out there. All those guys are physical, and you want to bang with any of them. You want any of them to be on your team banging for you.
Yes. That's tipped. Batum with the steal. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. Yep, that one goes.
And the long legs of Batum, that's what allows him to leak out so quickly in transition. He runs the floor like a Jaguar.
Feeds it to McDermott. To the paint. Here's Portis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The Hornets, number 1. The Bulls in second.
And these teams have both hung their hat on their defense, especially in the paint. We're looking at 2 of the premier shot-blocking teams in our league.
Free throw, good. Portis.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent. And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Hibbert with the screen. Sessions against Mirotic. 4 on the shot clock. Pause. That ball's great assist by Ramon Sessions. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Rondo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
1:29 left to play here in the first. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Hornets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
McDermott passes to Rondo. Pass to Mirotic. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Hawes. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
How about that assist? Accurate toss inside for the high percentage look.
Outside Rondo. There's a screen. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And it's great to see Prez in attack mode, just wanting to shoot the ball every time he's open.
And Sessions kicks to Hawes. Outside Batum. Now the dish to Hawes. Jordan against Sessions. From deep. The long 3 is buried. Sessions has got 7 points in the game. Here's Rondo. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. He dishes it to Mirotic. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And the Bulls lead by 4. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter.
템포가 되게
And a
빨라.
guy who seems to improve.
It's crazy because I never thought that any.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic. Jimmy Butler comes in for Valentine. Wade, he's checked in for Isaiah Cannon. And it's Jordan in for Rajon Rondo. The Hornets also changing it up. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Hibbert. Cody Zeller comes in for Williams. And it's Batum for Lamb. Short in at point guard. Taj Gibson is out there with Robin Lopez. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Bucks making some excellent plays.
Hey, way to put the squeeze on them, guys.
Usually does. Let's talk. Got to the foul line to score a lot of his points. That game was just the latest example of how hot he's been. We'll see if anyone can cool him down tonight, Kevin.
David, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
Well, I agree. He's got to such a level of confidence the last time out. A guy who pays attention to his craft. This will be interesting to watch.
Walker dishes to Sessions. He feeds it to Batum. A 3-ball. But they'll get another chance.
왜안 잡아? 이상한 애들이야.
And Walker kicks to Batum. Knocks it loose and stolen by Butler. And he finishes nicely on the way. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, he didn't think twice about it there. He saw an opportunity to attack, and he took full advantage of it.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And modern NBA defenses have changed pretty dramatically since the league stopped enforcing man-to-man as the only strategy. What do you see from that change?
I see from that change guys kind of losing their skill one-on-one, having to score because they aren't used to playing against true defenses. I think sometimes it's a cop-out for the defense. I think the NBA is a different league. I think the NBA are the best players in the world, and therefore you should be able to guard your man one-on-one. I think that rule may have been put in place so that coaches can hide defenders on their team that can't play defense, but yet still keep them as an integral part of the team on offense on the other end. So I'm definitely not a big fan of it, but hey, it's a rule, and if I were a coach, I'd definitely use it if I saw fit. But it's just so hard to rebound on defense, so easy for the offense to rebound because you can't see. You have to communicate that much more. But hey, if you're playing against a team that is shooting the lights out and you want to stop penetration sometime, that may be the way to go, but not a big fan of the zone.
Like that. Well, one thing that everyone learned really fast is just how deadly, Chris, Kemba Walker is with the game on the line.
Don't forget, he's done it at the college level at Connecticut and now on the pro level. A big part of it is his ball handling, and he's so quick that he can get an open shot in a short amount of time. Having a quick release and being cold-blooded helps out a ton, too.
It's getting harder and harder to become an NBA owner. Franchise values are skyrocketing. The league, Chris, as you know, has set limits on how many minority owners a team can have. 25 per team is the number. They each have to own at least 1%.
Well, there's only 30 of them, and the chance to make your impact on a franchise is just tremendously exciting. We've seen in the past years where ownership groups could become very fragmented, so I definitely understand that train of thought.
Great perspective. Butler, no good.
He showed some true grit there, battling through the defense, but they were ready for him all the way there.
Walker the pass to Sessions. And Zeller kicks to Walker. Fires from deep. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Sessions against Jordan. Butler kicks to Portis. 5 to shoot. Wade outside. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
It felt more to me like they weren't focused enough overall. I mean, couldn't make good opportunities from the line.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Portis. Butler on the wing. Defended by Batum. The tray. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for the Hornets.
And the bigs are getting their lion's share of the rebound. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do, but they've got bigger issues right now and other holes to fill if they're going to stage a comeback.
Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
They were the clear favorite coming in. They seemed like a racehorse that was just waiting for the gate to open, but it just did not happen.
Here's Sessions. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Wade kicks to Jordan. 1:39 left to play here in the half. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Walker. Zeller dishes to Walker. Good.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Walker. And one thing, Chris, you like about Kemba Walker the past couple years is that his shot selection has continued to move in the right direction.
And a lot of that is just maturing as a point guard in the NBA. Kemba was seen for a while as an inefficient scorer, but he's dropped that tag in this play. He still has room to grow, so who knows just how good this guy can get.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Oh, that was sweet, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Not only can he set up others, but he can also be a big-time finisher. He's nailing a lot of his attempts right now. This might end up being a big game for him.
Now, here's Jordan. 17 points in the game. Butler with the ball, and Batum picks him up defensively. Butler against Sessions. Lets it go from the wing. Batum grabs the miss.
Oh, he hasn't started this game on the right foot, but it hasn't slowed his team from grabbing the lead.
They set the pick. Sessions passes to Walker. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. Sessions against Jordan. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Sessions.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting full.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Bulls. They
버저비터를 넣어버리네. 왜 이렇게 샬럿한테도 막 허덕대.
Get up, guys. We have some good momentum. Hey.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just his ability to play above the rim led to some highlight reel dunks and really pumped up his teammates.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Hornets, Batum is out there with Marvin Williams. There's Jeremy Lamb, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Zeller in at the 5, down low. Williams a screen, and Zeller kicks to Lamb. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Williams with the block, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
컷 사이드 23 엘리.
Butler kicks to Jordan. Six to shoot. Inside. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Over Williams. That shot, no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
When he has the ball in his hands in transition, he always finishes strong, just like he did there.
Jordan kicks to Lopez. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Lopez has got 8 points.
I mean, on offense, he has been a constant force. You get him the ball, and there's a good chance he's going to knock that shot down.
Walker dishes to Williams. Back to Walker. From 10 feet out, the shot, no good. Jordan with some nice D. The Bulls leading by 11. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Dishes it to Lopez. Excellent D there from Williams.
When he gets it that close to the basket, usually it's a sure flush. But the defense stepped up and stopped him cold in his tracks. Very slow start so far this half. They're only 1 for 4 so far.
Lopez a screen. Wade kicks to Butler. High arcing shot. He lays it in. He's got 13.
That's an aggressive approach to the rack, but still he calmly
저게 안 돼, 난.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate.
In for the Bulls. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Cody Zeller. Wade against Batum. Walker with a clean look. Misses with the tough leaning jump shot.
He just looks off in this one. Can't seem to throw it in those.
And Hibbert with the block. Williams, that's for 2. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
You are shocked when he misses open shots like that. The D should be thanking their lucky stars right now.
Basket, good. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Man, it looks like the defense is just giving up.
A floater, and the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down again to 13 points with the basket from Kemba Walker.
Even with the D swarming Walker, he rattles in these shots. Just an exceptional finisher close to the basket.
Lopez with the ball. Picked up by Hibbert. The feed now to Mirotic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Hibbert, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his second trip to the line in this one. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. And Hibbert hits them both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Kicks it to Lopez. The pass to Wade. Feeds it to Mirotic. Pass to Portis. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Out to Wade. 4 on the clock. From the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 6 assists here tonight. Hornets trail by 14. Walker with it. 12 points for him. He kicks it to Lamb. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They continue to be down in this one, and you can't help but look at the struggles from the field as the primary reason why this is the case.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
넣어줬으면 더 좋았을 건데.
And he makes both free throws. Charlotte's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Picked by Williams. Elbow shot is on the way. And that one drops.
Such a good in-between game. Lamb with the natural instincts for mid-range, plus the pure touch on the shot.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Lopez. Lopez sets a screen for Wade. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Charlotte Hornets made a concerted effort last season to improve what had been terrible three-point shooting. Coach Steve,
that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. Hey, we're in great shape, fellas. Now, no matter how much we go up, we need to keep that same winning mentality.
In some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Lopez. Valentine comes in for Portis. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Jordan kicks to Mirotic. The dish now to Rondo. He feeds it to Gibson. Fades. Doesn't go for him. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Hibbert. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Great movement on the play. Creates the size mismatch down low.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Williams. And Sessions subbed in for Walker. Jordan inside, covered by Lamb. One-on-one fast break. 17-foot shot on the way. Sessions no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Jordan the pass to Mirotic. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Spencer Hawes. And that one falls from Mirotic. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Hornets trail by 10. The 3. And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Hibbert. Lamb's got 5 points now in the quarter. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Outside Rondo. He dishes it to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now. And to many, Jeremy Lamb will probably always be known for being a piece of that James Harden trade. He's still a young player, and he's started to make his way in the NBA. He's shown flashes of where you can see his potential.
And with Lamb, Chris, his game is coming along.
Well, a big step for him was getting out of OKC to a situation where he wasn't looked at as a replacement for anyone. Now he can just work on his game, free of any expectation, and see how far he can go.
Jordan with it, picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Just 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Nice shot by Rondo.
And with Perez, you get it all. Outstanding passes to his guys who have clean looks at the basket.
Now Sessions. He's got 11. They set the pick. Here's Lamb. Misses off the right eye. Chicago leading by 10. This is to Jordan. Shoots from the right block. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Jordan the screen. Here's Valentine. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Hornets trail by 12.
오랜만에 제대로 스크린을 했네.
And here's Sessions. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. No good from Lamb.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Rondo kicks to Valentine. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Hibbert with the screen. Here's the screen. Sessions with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the shot. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Jeremy Lamb.
No, he has found himself in the second half after not being able to notch a single point in the first half.
Here's Rondo. And Hibbert with the block. Here's Lamb. He's got 9. Unloads from 13. Miričić grabs the miss. Miričić has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Jordan has it in the corner. Now here's Valentine. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And again, Chicago. No good. Hornets trail by 10. They really want to find that igniter here. Charlotte is gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Short, he's in at point guard. Jimmy Butler is out there with Portis. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Wade in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Taken away by Williams. Walker dishes to Hibbert. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Bulls leading by 15. There's the pass to Portis. Outside Butler. The feed to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Lopez a screen. Jordan kicks to Butler. Here's the 3. Cans it from downtown. Butler's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He is a dangerous outside shooter, and if you leave him open, he can bury them consistently.
Hibbert with the screen. There's a good screen. Williams passes to Lamb. Releases from 15, and the jumper is on the mark.
Well, he played very poorly in the first half, but during the second half, he's feeling it. He's really flipped the on switch and owned it.
Jordan with it. Outside Butler. A three-pointer off the mark. Lamb dishes to Walker. Kicks it to Hibbert. Charlotte moving it around. Feeds it to Lamb. Back to Hibbert. Williams a screen on Wade. And a wide open look for Lamb. That 3 off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Williams has a screen for Lamb. Here's Hibbert. Chicago grabs the miss. Lopez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Butler against Williams. Passes to Lopez. And stolen by Hibbert. And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Williams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that one falls for Williams.
Marvin Williams, since he's come into this league, has always been viewed as a tweener. He can play both forward positions, but hasn't excelled at either spot. He has put up consistent numbers at both spots, despite being shuffled around.
Wade passes to Butler. Lets it fly from 18. Lopez, no luck. Hornets trail by 17. Pass to Hibbert. He kicks it to Walker. Hibbert with the screen. Batum wide open. He fires. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
I mean, he's connecting on most of his shots out there, and his team has needed every one of them.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Portis. Back to Jordan. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And Prez scores from anywhere, inside, outside. This guy does it all.
And Walker kicks to Lamb. It's deflected. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Zeller's checked in.
Cody Zeller.
Here's Lamb on the wing, Williams. And Walker kicks to Lamb. Zeller. The kick out to Walker. Another shot. Here's Zeller. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Outside Jordan. They set the pick. Wade left side. Zeller grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the Hornets miss again.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just picture-perfect defense there. Really stifled this man and gave him no chance at a clean look.
Now Jordan. Lopez sets a screen for Jordan. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 8 now on the night. Hornets trail by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
No coverage that time. Batum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that just speaks to the confidence Batum has in himself. He likes to catch and shoot, Jay, because it catches defenders off their guard.
Lopez right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 18.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Zeller dishes to Lamb. Some solid defense from Butler. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Lopez, no luck. The Hornets shooting reasonably well, 45%. And Walker kicks to Batum. Wade with the block. Outside Jordan. Inside. Here's Portis. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And just great distribution there. Prez, a genius at working the ball to the open teammate.
Next season, we'll start seeing sponsorship on jerseys. On the left shoulder, a patch will be on the jersey. What do you think of that?
I think it's going to take some getting used to. You know, I'm used to seeing the name, the logo, the plane on there. It's going to take some getting used to. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And so here's Charlotte. Shots good by Walker.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
Wade outside. Bulls moving the ball around. Right side, Batum. And it's sent back by Lopez.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And they're able to recover.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
5 to shoot. Wade outside. But they get it back. Here's Jordan. The Bulls keep it alive. Wade passes to Jordan. Wade outside. It's Jordan on the wing. Guarded by Walker. Here's Portis. Back to Jordan. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
I mean, well, come on. Don't they look super confident right now? They just have to control the pace of this game, and they'll be in awesome shape.
Jordan against Walker. Zeller dishes to Williams. And here's Walker outside. Chicago grabs the miss.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad. Guys, depth always a factor in wins like this. And what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Jordan.
Look, he was seeing the whole court so well tonight. If guys could work themselves into space, he was going to find them. And that led to a lot of wide open looks all game long.
And the first one drops. I think everyone would agree, Chris, you're one of the best passing big men in the history of the NBA. Why is it that passing from post players isn't a skill that is developed more at all levels of basketball?
Well, one thing, it seems like we have less post players, but you know what? I'm not sure. I think maybe it's been an emphasis on scoring. I don't know. All I can speak about is me, Kevin, and I grew up watching, you know, Magic Johnson, who at that time was a freakish player because he was 6'9", playing the point guard. You know, think about how the game has evolved. And so for myself, I wanted to take that passing skills of him, Connie Hawkins, other guys that I saw hold the ball with one hand and palm it in the post, guys that I knew can dominate in the post, and I kept thinking, you know, why waste the possession? If I'm going to beast down here in this post, if I get double teamed, you know, I don't want to just pass it out for a wasted possession. Why don't I make something happen with it? So maybe it could be the mentality as well.
He is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
McDermott with the screen for Jordan. There's the dish to Gibson. Back to Jordan. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Bulls lead by 19.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, what are you asking? Maybe they should let up a little, right? This is just brutal to watch.
Lamb, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
He spots up so well off the ball. Lamb, an excellent all-around jump shooter.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Alden.
오늘은 이 경기까지
Thanks for watching.
Yo, Steve.
하겠습니다.
What's going on, Prez? Ernie and the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
All right, let's get it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kev. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
This is Shaq, and once again, you picked up the double-double. How do you get the team?
And that is a wrap, everybody.
알았어. 자, 오늘은 여기까지 하겠습니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사하고요. 내일은 파이널 판타지 발매를 하기 때문에 근데 파이널 판타지인데 북미에서 구매를 해서 한글이 안 나와요. 아마 일본어로 하게 될 것 같은데, 일본어라도 괜찮으신 분들은 구경하러 와주시면 감사하겠습니다. 그럼 시청해 주셔서 감사하고 내일 뵙겠습니다.